what to expect for the new iPhone 12. First up, the design. So, it's going to have flat stainless steel edges with a smaller notch, thinner and a lot smaller, thick antenna lines for obviously the 5G connectivity, and it's also going to have one less speaker hole. It might differ the speaker quality, just to note, and the power button will be lower than the previous iPhones. Now, lots of people are hyped for the new navy blue colour. It's actually quite a lot of hint because on the new Apple Watch we saw navy blue. On to the sizes. So for the sizes we have a 5.4 screen, a 6.1 and 6.7. Be aware this is all in inches, by the way. Yeah, so that's pretty much sizing done. Now pricing. For iPhone 12, $649. The iPhone 12 Max, $749. The iPhone 12 Pro, which has all the Pro features, $999. And for the grand iPhone 12 Pro Max, we're looking at a starting price of $1,099. That's pretty good pricing for the phone. Let's have a look at the tech specs. So the two lower models are going to have a Super Retina OLED display, while the two upper end models are going to have an XDR display. XDR display will basically have more vibrant colours and a higher nits rate. On the two lower models, we're going to see a 60Hz refresh rate. That has been the same throughout all the iPhones Apple have made, but on the two higher end models, we're going to see a rapid 120Hz refresh rate. That is amazing, even for Apple, because they've never created an iPhone with a 120Hz refresh rate. Let's shift our way over to memory and RAM. So as standard, we're going to have 4GB on RAM on the lower models, and on the higher models we're going to have 6GB of RAM. So as standard, the two lower models come with 128GB of storage. That's actually like a double increase from last year. You only get like 64GB standard last year. The two higher models, that's going to be the same. On the higher models, we do have up to 512GB of storage. Well, anyway, that's the option that I always go for. Anyway, let me know what you go for in the comments down below. On the two lower models, we have 2 cameras on the back, whereas the two higher models, we have 3 cameras with a LiDAR scanner. Let's just knock off what that actually means. Let's talk about the brand new features. First up, the LiDAR scanner. So it basically sends a very low frequency of a laser onto objects, and it reflects back onto the iPhone, and it shows the iPhone how in depth something is. It will help you with games and stuff like that. 5G will be in all of the iPhone models. Here's what you should expect. Right, a decrease in latency, that's basically lag, connection density, experience throughput, spectrum efficiency and traffic capacity, and network efficiency. That will basically make it extremely fast. So the brand new A14 Bionic Chip. Now we've seen something very similar in a new iPad Air just a couple of weeks ago. Now it's going to be one of the fastest chips to ever be in a smartphone, like Apple usually do say, and it's going to be up to 10% lighter and up to 75% quicker than the last iPhone processor. It will also have more efficient GPUs and CPUs. Now let's talk about the glorious camera setups, or camera systems, however you like it. So on the two lower end models, we're going to see 2 rear cameras, whereas the two higher models are going to see 3 cameras in the back. And the lower model is going to have the standard ultra wide, and the higher models are going to have a telephoto 3x optical. Now that is not just cropping in the pixels, it's cropping in the whole image, so it's going to be better quality than last year. Also, it's going to have a LiDAR scanner. I just explained what that was, so go back there if you've already forgotten. Better low light efficiency, and also slow-mos will have 4K recording. Finally! And also on the ultra wide, we're going to have optical image stabilization. Now that is going to be way better and will be less shakier. Actually, it's one of its kind. Now we're moving on to Nodal Changes. Now, it's quite unique this year because power adapter and the headphones are supposedly going to be gone. Now, people will probably already have the power adapters, and as you can see, the envelope inside the box is a lot shorter. Now, it might not have the Apple stickers like we did with all other iPhones. Well, that would be sad. Or it might just have one. That's what, according to Mac Rumor, says anyway. Now, the power cables are going to be a USB Type-C to Lightning. We thought it was going to be a USB Type-C to USB Type-C, now in 2021, well, coming up even. But no, we're going to have a braided fabric cable. That will make it aesthetically look nicer and make it 100% stronger.